Now, little Timmy. You know better than to steal cookies from the cookie jar. You know, I never told you this, but if little children eat cookies before dinner time, they spoil their appetite. And
Do they?
bat wings will sprout from their eyeballs, and they will fly away into the sun, where they will explode. Hot take of the day, I think lies, they're bad. If you lie to somebody, there stands a chance that you could really hurt them. Hey, buddy! Go over there. Don't worry, it's safe. Why would you do that? But sometimes kids can be unruly. And I'm not a parent, so I don't know what's considered good parenting and bad parenting. But sometimes as kids, to keep the peace, we were lied to. And I think about that sometimes. At least for the lies that I was told when I was a kid, I think it's mostly fair. But come here, I gotta show you something really quick. This video is sponsored by Opera. Are you looking for a cool browser packed with
Bro, I love these animations, man.
You know, Opera browser's a
Ice cream
browser
sandwich. I will
that has
always click on an ice
features.
cream sandwich
Are
video.
you like me and have about 600 tabs open at any given time? No?
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, actually, no.
Shred through computer resources like RAM, CPU, and battery. But Opera browser is built different. Literally, it is built with features such as battery saving mode. So if you have 600 tabs open, which is very normal, it won't tank your battery, so you can do other important things on your computer for longer. And if your tabs are getting super cluttered from doing all kinds of important research, you can use workspaces to organize and simplify your browsing by switching context with one click at the top of your sidebar. Wonderful. Now you can get back to gaming without needing to worry about your browser. Opera browser also allows you to customize your browser's experience with things like wallpapers and custom sounds. Thank you, Opera, for sponsoring this video. Normally, as stated before, lying bad, but I can empathize with parents if they need a little more order in the house. I look back on my childhood and remember how I was lied to from time to time, and I think, yeah,
White lies,
like
man.
One time when I was a kid, I was told if I keep making that face, it will stick that way. I remember at the time I was harassing my mom while she was making us dinner. Mom. You gotta be careful, because if you keep making that face, it'll stick that way. I didn't believe this lie, but I should have. I am very gullible and believe most things. I would say 45% of my working memory, misinformation. But in my opinion, this lie is fine. I admittedly was being a
Oh my goodness.
headache, and this lie, it really isn't that damaging. Unlike some other folklore tales, like little German boys being told not to put your fingers in pie or else you're going to be taken away by a monster. Oh,
what?
A long time ago, there was a time where backlit things didn't exist. Or were at least if you were in a car on a road trip and wanted to read some spooky goosebumps,
Oh my god.
need an overhead light.
I don't think I ever read
I remember
Goosebumps.
lots of times on road trips I wanted to play Pokemon on my Game Boy, but I didn't
Facts.
have any backlit stuff. As many kids my age, I too wanted to be a Pokemon master, obliterate every enemy I could with my
God, I miss my
ready
Game
for battle.
Boy.
To do any of this, I needed light. A simple thing to come
PSP.
by these days, but at that time, I had none. There's this thing I used to have that was like just a little spiral light that would connect to the Game Boy, just be like a lamp, a literal lamp shown on the screen. Can't remember if I just didn't have it at the time or it broke.
I had that!
I
Oh my
needed the time.
god!
So I turned it on, and then my dad turns it off.
Oh my
Apparently,
god.
as my dad put it, it was illegal. I remember thinking, of course I can't turn that on now. If I did, then we would get pulled over. And then my
Was it
dad
illegal to
would be
turn
put
on
in
a
jail.
light back
And
then?
then I would have to drive, and we all know how that would go. I'm a Pokemon master, not a NASCAR driver. Come on. I didn't have a job, so how am I supposed to post bail? Sorry, Dad. My only option was to wait and to look out the window and pretend little guys running around and dodging all the stuff that we're driving past. How's he doing that? But, as you may expect, if you look at the law, there's nothing in here about inner car lights on at night being illegal. My dad only said this because it was simply hard to see at night.
Oh shit.
Which is honestly,
Yo.
even though I was fighting the biggest criminal organization in the history of mankind, in Pokemon, I do know now it's harder to see when the inner lights are on. I didn't understand at the time how important visibility was. However, I would learn how very vital it is years later while I attempted to get my own license. Do you need sunglasses? No, I'm fine. I
Bro.
understand. Kids tend
No
to
way.
pee in pools. Just the way things are, I don't make the rules. This can become a problem when you try to teach a bunch of them how to swim. So when I was in swimming class, before we started at all, our swimming instructor told us, if you pee in the pool, it'll react with a chemical in the pool and turn it red. And so everyone
Red?
will know that you peed in the
I
pool.
think it was like a
and then you're
darkish
pool
blue, right?
cleaner. Hey, this guy pees
I
in
think-
pools. You give me that. Give me the pool noodle. Bad. And up to that point, I had been being in the pool. Vile. I'm sorry to admit that, but as a kid, I was just like, well, a fish can do it. Oh, dude.
Bro.
Ew. Come on, man. My kid's in
But
this
that's a
place.
good point.
Very
Like,
selfish.
but like, for a pool, not the sea. You know. I think that was a specific chemical for a pool. You know.
To be in the pool. You ruin the
That
pool
makes
for
sense.
everyone. It's like everybody's having a soup and everybody's really excited to eat the soup, and then you throw a bunch of spice in the soup and you're just like, oh no, that's just for me, don't worry. Just gonna mix that up a little bit. Now looking back, I'm glad that I was lied to, because I stopped peeing in pools right away. Who knew lies could be so effective? On an unrelated note, did you know not subscribing to this channel in 24 hours gives you scurvy?
Bro.
Just saying. Okay, so when I was recording this earlier, I was gonna say a thing about how lifesavers are a candy that helps prevent kids from choking because of the little hole in the center. But did you know that's also a myth? I was told that the
What?
inventor designed the candy like that because his kid choked on candy, and he didn't want other kids to befall the same fate. And that's also why it's called lifesavers, because it's saving lives.
Bro, I did
Turns
not
out
know
that's
that.
wrong. He just wanted to make a candy that looked like
Did not put
Lifesaver
two and two
booze.
together.
That's it. It's just kind of disappointing. Why not make candy of something
But he just
cool?
made it to look like that, not
me. They
for
say
purpose.
that cracking your knuckles ruins your hands. But I've been cracking my knuckles for years, and look at how they turned out. Does this look broken or mangled to you? Take a close look. Your skin is really soft. Could you stop? I was always so worried about cracking my knuckles because I would often hear people say, you're gonna get arthritis if you keep doing that. I don't want arthritis. I need my hands. But unfortunately, it became a habit, so I did it a ton. Then I started to crack my ankles, my elbows, my back, my sternum somehow.
I still crack my
neck.
shit.
It was getting out of control. So I was worried about the future of my
Ugh.
hands, but as I was worrying, research was being conducted about the correlation between arthritis and cracking your fingers. And they found no correlation, which means I don't have to better myself nor my bad habits.
Facts.
Yay!
There you go,
What's
kids.
really going on here is maybe parents thought it was really nasty whenever their kids cracked their knuckles, which is fair. It's pretty gross. And then just told them they need to stop because of health reasons.
Don't
But
hit
also,
your
if you think
kids,
about it,
man.
it just kind of makes
I mean-
sense. It doesn't seem like a healthy thing to do.
I'm not gonna
Maybe
tell you
one day
not
my
to hit
fingers
your
will
kid.
just fall off.
That's not
Only
my place to
time
say.
will tell. Anyway, lies are bad. But when I look back on it, maybe not all lies were bad. And maybe it was just people trying to guide me along a better path in life, which is kind of sweet. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to lie to everyone. Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye, ice cream sandwich. I love these videos, man. But yeah, the lifesavers thing kind of got me. Not once in my 20-something years did I ever think of putting two and two together that lifesavers were actually in the shape of lifesavers. I can't remember the last time I had a lifesaver, but I did not put anything two and two together with that. I just thought it was a candy, and that was just the name of the candy, and then you just eat the candy. I don't think I ever put the correlation that they're shaped like that and then there's a hole in it. Pause. So if you do choke on one, you could still breathe. I did not put that together, but that's not the original purpose. He just wanted them to look like a lifesaver. That blew my mind. But yeah, white lies, man. See a penny, pick it up. Well, this is more of a phrase than a white lie, but see a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck. That's crazy. That's crazy. Not necessarily white lies, but like just lies in general that your parents told you. That is obviously like no dessert before dinner. Your appetite will get spoiled and whatnot. It's crazy.